Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, the training video. As you can tell by the title, this space is doing progressive overload and using it to your advantage to actually be able to do a pistol squat correctly without snapping your inch up. So yeah, hopefully after a few weeks of practice, you'll be able to do a decent pistol squat without the need of a spin trainer, a chair, or anything else. So anyway, as you see here, I started off with the very basic variation of it, which is pretty much having a spin trainer to a strap, attached to a door anchor, or in this case, my car rack. You pretty much get a nice feel of how this exercise is supposed to go. So you can tell here, you want to make sure your feet are planted firm to the mat or to the ground. Pick another foot up, and then to extend the other leg far out while making sure the other one is planted firm in the mat while you're squatting. So basically, it's like you're doing a one-legged squat. And definitely make sure your hips are squared off. And I know it can be real difficult to do that unless you have something to hold on to, which is why I'm using spin trainer first. And then likewise, I'm getting the feel for this for a few weeks. I then progressed into doing the same exercise. And this time, weeks later, I was using an actual weighted vest. So the weighted vest actually adds a little bit more weight to your body. So here I had 3 pounds out, a decent amount of weight before moving on to the next step, which of course will be doing the same exercise, but of course like a box squat where I pretty much am doing it against the chair, where I sit down against the chair and use that to kind of prop myself up and down, just get a feel for how it should feel with a full depth. So the same way you do a box squat with back squats in the power rack with a box underneath you, you can do the same thing with a chair. But before you get to that point, you may want to give this a try with a little bit extra weight on you with a weighted vest. But I would not recommend a dip though, because the weight's going to be all over the place. So yeah, weighted vest and it actually has a sensor like this, which is good. Probably about anywhere between 10 and 40 pounds, or probably 20 pounds is just perfect.
Yeah, let's see.
And then as you can see here, got a little bit better with the movement, but at the same time my body is like, okay, my quads are like, oh yeah, I gotta work harder. And that's the purpose. Use the weighted vest to make your quads work a little bit harder as you're going through the movement, so that way a few weeks go by and you can now do the box variation. And of course, as you do the box variation and get good at it, you can now do the same movement with a plate underneath your foot to get full depth. So I was also doing it with a chair, but the foot was just kind of raggedy at that point. So what I did, I kind of fast forward a few weeks to where I have some good foot to be doing the exercise this time with a plate underneath my foot. So now I can hit depth as I go in and out of the chair. So this is close to what the depth would be, probably off by an inch or two, but yeah, kind of gets me further to that actual depth. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of going down to the chair and then coming back up like I would if I was on the box squat. So you know, the box squat, you come down to the box and you squat right back over the weight of your back, so you know exactly where you need to be when you hit depth. And of course, like a box squat, you probably want to start with just above the actual left of depth, so your body gets used to the actual movement pattern first. And as time progresses, you kind of make the box lower and lower. But in here, considering that I'm going against the chair, I gotta make the platform, keep the chair the same, but actually add more plates so the elevation for my foot is higher. So that way, as you can see here, now I'm hitting all the way down to depth. So I'm starting at depth and coming back up. Starting from depth and coming back up. And as well as I come back down, I'm trying to work on controlling myself as I come down. So weeks later, when I try to do it without anything, I'll be able to do it successfully. And actually, this is the same workout when I actually was able to do successfully. So one thing you will notice is that, yes, I'm hitting depth here. And eventually, boom, I'm able to actually get some decent squats in. I think it's this where it might have been the following week. Yep, it was the following week, I can tell, because I got a different shirt on. But yeah, the following week I was able to get it, because that week my foot squats were raggedy as F. Here, a lot smoother. So I said, you know, no point in me making the video even longer by showing you a bunch of variety sets. Here's a good set, and we going all the way down, up and down, boom, no issues. And yeah, all through the producing progressive overload and sticking to a plan that actually works. Hope you guys found this interesting and at least helpful. Anyway, please rate, comment, subscribe. Until next time, keep it strong, and peace out.